Welcome back to Crate Critiquers. Today we are talking about The Amazing Screw-On Head from 2006. This is an animated television pilot based on the comic by Mike Mignola. Set in an alternate 19th century, it follows Screw-On Head, a robot agent working for President Abraham Lincoln, who battles supernatural threats to national security. When his old foe, Emperor Zombie, uncovers an ancient occult artifact, Screw-On Head must spring into action with the help of his loyal manservant, Mr. Groin, and talking dog, Mr. Dog. Paul Giamatti in this, Patton Oswalt.
Do you guys like it?
I enjoyed it, actually.
I
can see why they didn't pick it up as a show.
I can't. I thought
can't.
this was
No,
fucking fantastic.
Yeah, why didn't they?
Number one, with who's in it, I still don't know why they didn't pick it up.
I guess I can
see
see why in 2006 they didn't.
Mhm.
If this was made
Yeah.
in like 2016 or this
Not
year.
even that. It's just like I think the pacing is probably off-putting to a lot of people.
You see, I love the pacing.
I like the pacing.
The whole
And I
thing
think
was
the
so
20-minute
chaotic.
drop, it seemed like so much more. It actually did. But because there's a lot packed into that little 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was actually pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah,
And
it
the
was
characters all played
super
well.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
22 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I wish
Yeah.
that this is what fucking
I
Creature
know.
Commandos was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have
Well,
been awesome.
see, that's what I was thinking of the whole time
Yeah.
was Creature Commandos. And that's, amazing. I thought it was pretty good. So
I think my favorite 6 minutes were just like the final 6 minutes. 'Cause that's when it's just like kind of slows down a little bit.
Yeah. I see what you're saying about the pacing, but for me, it added to what was just this boiling pot of fucking pure chaos.
Yeah.
What was even like the point of like the fucking first 2 minutes almost?
They captured the scientist because he was the one that started to translate this ancient scroll.
Right. They needed.
so they can get into the temple.
Remember the guy says, "I know where his temple is. I just can't get in."
Mhm.
So they needed
that
this
whole
guy.
thing, though. I'm going to smoke you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was very fucking
Yeah.
cool. Very. I
was
thought
very
that was
funny.
cool.
And then just like,
I
there's a
don't
little
know.
joke in there too. It's
Yeah.
a funny guy. Yeah. The writing is great for superhero stuff, and it's also just hilarious.
Yeah.
I just love the absurdity of it.
Mhm.
The Abraham Lincoln with the
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was just like such a fucking interesting way
Mhm.
to
I was
show
like,
like
wow.
To show.
mixing future and old tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Perfect.
Really fucking
You know,
good.
because the first thing in my head was the old clocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and yet here we are. It's a little more
I just
up to date.
enjoyed it.
Not to get way ahead here, but the final thing where he's like, "America, we're coming for you." It's just so fucking funny.
Also, fucking, it's weird that like he's also like at least 116 years older
Mhm.
than fucking then.
Uh,
That was weird.
I thought that Giamatti was great as Screw-On
Yes.
Head.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Yes.
The accents that he and Patton Oswalt are doing are
Mhm.
fucking
Oh,
great.
hilarious. Oh my god. Even who voiced the Captain Zombie?
I gotta check.
Because that was amazing.
I really liked his whole character of just like he's like so okay with just like following somebody else.
Emperor Zombie is David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Who's that again?
Yeah. Fraser's brother.
Fraser.
Fraser's brother.
Wow.
Yes.
Right.
Crane or something?
Yeah.
Fraser, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Isn't he gay in the show or whatever?
He is the gay brother in the show, yes.
I've
Only
never
thing I
watched
know.
He's,
Fraser.
and he's hilarious.
He is
He's so
hilarious.
straight
Mm-hmm.
and
Probably not.
I don't know. He's awesome.
Hey.
No.
Easy.
But,
Probably not.
yeah, he's the straight man sometimes, but
Mhm.
I find him hilarious.
Yeah, he was hilarious as Emperor Zombie, who
Emperor
then
Zombie.
was Mr. Zombie.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was one guy that did like a bunch of the voices, like the big demigod, and then a bunch of like
Mhm.
other voices in there as well. Like
I've always wanted one of those.
yeah, the fucking like zombie mummy thing that was actually just two cockroaches.
Yeah.
Like he did that guy's voice
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, for 22 minutes.
Yeah.
You didn't give me a chance to get up and go to the bathroom.
No.
'Cause
Yeah, 'cause-
I was like, oh, what's next?
Yeah.
What's going on? Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally enjoyed it. That was a good.
I mean-
and I never heard of this before.
No,
Neither
I never
have
have
I.
heard.
I
Did
have
I?
never
How'd
even
you
heard of the
find
comic.
this?
Like I was on comic book thing, and then it was like, oh, similar comics, and so it's based on a comic.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I was just like, oh, it has a fucking movie too.
Mike
Or-
Mignola is.
Yeah.
What else has he done? Because that name is
Hellboy.
Hellboy. Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that makes sense. Even
Yeah.
actually, you know what? The
like,
animation
style
in the
too.
show.
It's the style.
Yeah.
It's definitely more complex than Hellboy or anything. but,
Yeah.
yeah. Like Hellboy is very modernistic or
Mhm.
whatever you call it,
Mm-hmm.
minimalistic. I mean,
Yeah, this was great through and through.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And I just normally wouldn't when you hear like Screw-On Head.
Yeah.
I'd be like, It'd be so bad.
Oh, they made a Dr. Bong TV show.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it was this was so good that when we finished it, I was like, "Is there more?"
I
kept trying to
wish
look for
that there
more.
was
No.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently,
this.
so like they put it on Sci-Fi. I guess they like put
yeah.
pilots on sci-fi.com for like people can vote on it. Should we continue the show? And people didn't vote on it.
I don't know
Wow.
why.
This
I
is the
can't see
greatest
why.
show that Adult Swim never picked up for whatever
Yeah.
reason. You
I'd
know,
agree.
Yeah, that
Sci-Fi
would've been
never
good.
picked up.
I know, but it seems like it would be something on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like I wonder if they'll ever try it again. Or whatever.
They should.
2006 is
I
what,
mean-
19 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time, but still.
We're gonna start the petition right here on this
Right now.
podcast.
We could. I'd push it out. Sure.
Yeah.
No, it was,
But, I mean,
it was good. I liked it.
It would even make a really good kids show because that's how silly it
It
was.
could,
at
yeah.
times.
It like honestly, it could be one of those things where it's like,
The dual level.
yeah,
Mhm.
like it clearly has some like,
kind of
huh?
Samurai Jack kind of.
Yeah.
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 I'd say it's a little more. I'd almost want it to be like an adult cartoon because there's not
Yeah.
like enough great adult animation out
yeah,
there.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I wonder like
Yeah.
what the budget is because like it is very well animated.
It
It's
is.
really well animated. It seems like it's a. I guess also for 2006 though, like maybe Giamatti like wasn't getting huge contract
Mm.
That's
comparatively.
almost like peak of his career.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was doing
I
some.
feel like
pretty good
now
stuff
though
then.
he's like
What
he gets, like,
Sideways was probably done. All
bigger
that stuff. You know, he got
contracts.
some pretty good stuff.
I don't know. I feel like 2006 is like kind of the peak
Yeah.
of his career
Right. I don't
for like
disagree.
consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
checks.
Patton Oswalt was probably coming into his own pretty much.
When did
you know?
Ratatouille come out? A couple years later.
Honestly, I
2007.
loved the original casting, but
Mhm.
you can get away with replacing these
Yeah.
people.
Well, you could.
Probably, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think you have to though.
I feel like honestly, fucking like
It just seems like the two guys that like
Yeah.
you could get back pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Paul Giamatti, like it would be weird without him because
Mhm.
like
Think?
it's so distinctive.
Yeah. Despite doing the accent, it's still Paul Giamatti's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he speaks, you can picture him.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And-
like the guy from Blacklist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, what's
David
his?
Spader or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spader.
Yeah,
The
he
one
played,
Ultron?
He played
Yeah.
Ultron. Yeah.
Ultron.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He was in Wolf.
He was
And
in
he was
Wolf.
in Wolf. Yes.
It's also
Yeah.
Johnny
Famed for his
California.
climb.
Robert California in The Office. Such a funny fucking name, Robert California.
I fucking love like I know I said the opposite with like plot points, but just like I love jokes where it's just like, oh, that's fucking funny because of this one thing.
Because of one thing.
Yeah.
But even Patton Oswalt is really good at this stuff, doing the voiceovers and such. I mean, even you guys have never seen what the hell's the name of that? The Sandman. He plays the Raven in Sandman,
You know who else he plays?
and
he
he's
plays
pretty good in that.
Thanos' brother's little troll.
Does
in
he really?
Eternals.
Yeah.
I
He
never
also
knew
plays
that.
like fucking 6 characters who are all twins and agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
He's in that show you've been making me watch too, Drunken History.
Drunken History.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
Drunken History is
Pretty funny.
hilarious. I haven't watched that in a long
We
time.
love it.
Yeah, but he's
What's your favorite joke in the show or
Oh.
episode?
It's got to be I'm Gonna Smoke You.
yeah. I
That was
kind of like
hilarious.
that one myself.
That's good, yeah. There's a bunch that I do love. Just also like the idea of the fucking dog just continuously shows up and gets like bullet holes
Gets
shot
shot,
into
yeah,
him.
gets shot
Sand
constantly.
falling out.
But I like there's the one scene they're in the president's office and he's opening and closing the shades. Where is he? And she's smoking. Where is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost like playing Where are you? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want it to smell like burnt hair.
Yeah.
Get the window.
I'm trying to think of.
Fucking like I always say,
Yeah.
we should always cremate. Fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I wish that they had gone on with this because it would be actually a nice watch. But
Mhm.
it
I
is
also
what it
just
is.
thought like the dynamic between Screw on Head and Emperor Zombie was consistently hilarious.
Mhm.
Because it's like they just like a fucking petty rivalry, really.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying she should be here, and look, you brought her.
Yeah. It's like, well, that one was actually not one of my wishes. But oh, you mean like the exact way that you took over the world? Shit like that.
one missed out joke I thought they did was that they said that the fucking orb thing was like a melon shaped or melon
And
sized,
it's an onion.
but
And
it's a
it's a-
turnip.
It's
or
a
It's a
whatever.
turnip. That's
yeah,
what it was, a
it's a
turnip.
turnip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why not make it a fucking?
He thought it was a
melon?
turd. He was like, "Oh, what is that?"
Yeah.
That was good.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, for anyone that wants to check it out, it's on YouTube.
It's free on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's even like there's one thing where it's like there's 10 minutes before where it's just like explaining the history of it.
And if you want more, ask.
Yeah. Should start a petition. Ratings for this one? I'll say and I don't know if this is going to be an incredibly hot take, but I'm giving Screw on Head a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Whoa.
See, I was at a 9 myself, and
I was going to give it a
because I always
9.5
have
at
trouble
least.
giving anything a 10.
Yeah.
No,
I think
but it was really good.
I
enjoyed
agree.
it.
I think that this deserves a 10.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
really enjoyed it.
I think, yeah, you should be right. I'm not going to give it a 10, but I'm giving it a 9.5.
Yeah.
I mean, for the 22 minutes, it
Yeah.
was totally enjoyable.
I'll give it like an 8. I feel like they kind of front-loaded it too much, and I think that is my issue with it.
Mm.
Just because like I feel like they front-loaded, you know, that like that whole story of the movie Blazing Saddles,
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, where like that was originally going to be a show, but then like
Yep.
they just fucking made it like too funny
Yeah.
for television, so they
Yeah.
couldn't even put in ads. I feel like it's kind of that situation where like they just did too good.
Mhm.
And like it would have actually been funnier
Okay.
if they let some time.
All right. But good find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be like my favorite thing we've watched on the podcast.
Yeah, surprising.
long
I
time.
like to be
Mhm.
surprised. It takes a lot, but I
Yeah.
like to be
I
surprised.
was looking for like other little short film things.
Yeah.
Not really
Very
anything.
cool.
Yeah.
And 2006, 19 years. I mean, I've never
Wow.
even heard
No.
or referenced
Mhm.
or.
Yeah. I might have to check out the comics now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm pretty sure it's like a
Same.
one-shot
Oh,
comic.
really? Damn. All right. So next week on Cape Critiquers, we will be watching finally superhero movie for April Fools. April Fools.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll be starting our countdown to Fantastic Four and Superman.